Well, thanks for joining us from the USTRC Cinch National Finals of Team Roping. I'm Amy Wilson. We are here in Fort Worth, Texas, and now we get to visit with the champions of the number 10 World Series Qualifier. So you guys punched your ticket to Las Vegas. We have Chance Masters and Logan Allen. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You also won $44,500, so a pretty cool payday, but not your biggest one together. You guys roped together all the time. It really was a family affair all the way around. You guys roping together, the horses you were riding, so we'll get into all that, but you won about $30,000 a man in Vegas this last year, so you guys are just racking up the wins. How's that feel?
Doesn't feel like it all the times we've lost, but yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Look at my bank account. You might not agree, but
We don't know where it went.
But these checks sitting here feel really good.
Yes.
Okay, so the horses came from your family. You stole your wife's horse, which used to be yours, so it's only fair game, and also your daughter's horse for you guys to ride here. Tell us more about them.
The heel horse that I rode, I about didn't buy him when he was 3 or 4, and my wife was like, just buy him. Because his feet weren't very good and kind of has a cloudy eye. She's like, just buy him. I was like, okay. And I had just sold a really good horse to Paul Leaves. And so I was like, well, hopefully this one's good. He can replace that one. And 2 years ago, I think, when the circuit rodeos got breakaway, she started roping calves on him. And the second year, he won Horse of the Year in the circuit. And since then, I haven't probably healed 20 steers on him. So she stole him, and then we were getting ready to leave like the day before.
yeah, I'd say.
And she's like, are you taking Player? And I was like, no, he's off limits. She's like, you can take him. It's like, I called him right away. I'm like, hey, we got to do some horse shuffling. Because the horse he was heading on was going to be what I was going to heel on. So I was like, you can head on him, but I'm taking Player.
Well, next year your wife needs to come and enter the breakaway too.
I sent her a video.
Then you all can win a bunch of money.
And his wife breakaways. He already told her she's coming.
Yeah, I called her 2 days ago. I was like, we're making this a vacation next year. I don't care what you're doing. We're coming.
I love it.
But yeah, his horse, I've owned him 3 times. And this last time I bought him from a buddy of mine who got him from me. And then he's like 19 this year. And I got him for my daughter. And I have to give her $20 every time we ride him. Win or lose, $20.
I owe her a little money.
So not a percentage, just $20.
Flat rate.
She definitely needs
She's
to
very good to deal with.
renegotiate that
yes.
deal.
Well, no, she doesn't.
Well, I love those stories. I think that's great. You guys do a lot of riding and training. Kind of walk us through what your day-to-day looks like and getting to work together.
So, yeah, every day we just get up, we ride the young ones first, and then when they're whipped through, we go to roping, and we run 100 runs a day probably.
I sent a video to a buddy of mine the other morning. It's like 8:30, and we're gathering we call it the roper pasture, and there's like 130 or 40 head of ropers out there, and we do that on the green ones, and he got knocked out this fall doing it.
It can be a job.
It's not even like timber or anything, but some stuff happens sometimes, and he had one fall with him and slapped his head on the ground and knocked him out. But I sent this video to my buddy just because he's asking how his horse was doing, and there's cattle running everywhere, and it's only 40 acres, but we'll get like half of them gathered, and then a group of 10, and then we sort them, and those horses are wore out, and we put them up and start roping on something else or just whatever.
It sounds like about every time I see them try to bring cattle up an arena at a rodeo or a team rope and what your pasture gathering sounds like. But it doesn't matter to you guys how green the horses are because you're both bronc riders, right? Or are you still a bronc rider or are you retired?
Yeah.
Thinking about it?
Depends. I have a strict policy now.
Okay,
whatever's turned out in the perf, then I can pick and choose if I want to walk up or not. I was 2 for 2 last year with it.
Has to borrow my stuff.
Yeah, I borrow his stuff because I don't take it with me anymore.
You get on twice a year and you borrow his equipment?
Last year I got on, that was the only 2 I got on was last year. Or last year was 2 head. The year before that I rodeoed, made the circuit finals. So I'll keep an eye on the trades list, see what gets turned out this year. Maybe try a couple more.
I have never heard of a plan like that before, but I like it.
Well, I don't want to enter because I'm in the team roping, and if I draw bad, I have to get on because I'm there. This way, I can just see.
Be a little more selective.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Chance, you're still getting on broncs and doing well in your circuit?
Yeah, well, not in the winter. I've been roping, but this is a lot easier on your body. I've come to realize, and pays a little better too.
That's for sure. Yeah, as you're looking at that check for $22,500, that's your portion of that. So great job to you guys. I think we should take a look at the 4 runs you made to win this kind of money. We'll start with steer number 1 to kick things off. 8.51 is what you guys were. So as we watch this, tell us all about it.
Well, I was thinking pin the start.
Didn't do that.
No.
Were you 0.3 on this one?
Yeah, I think so. That was my thought anyway. It didn't happen, but we ended up drawing a good one, so it didn't really matter that much.
I got a chunk of dirt in my eye, probably right here, anywhere, and I had my left eye closed the whole time. And I don't know. I thought I roped the.
Yeah, you guys are really.
I just thought I roped her outside leg. And I was seeing it tight. I was like, whoo.
And this one was kind of a little. It felt like it was a bullet anyway. I don't know if it was.
He was more of a bullet than your horse.
Yeah.
8.98 on this steer. You guys stayed in it though. What do you think?
She was trying to get by me, and like that's what I noticed watching here all week. A lot of these cattle will push right, and it makes them so much harder. And luckily, I was on that horse today because he can boogie. And well, all week I've been heeling on him, but he'll get up there and hold them. And especially for that old geriatric roan, that's really good for him because he doesn't need to go to the right.
Steer number 3, you guys got a lot faster, 7.05. What do you think?
This was a good steer, dang good steer.
This is one we were looking for.
We weren't even trying to go fast, and it just happened.
That obviously you want 4 of them, but don't always get them.
You were glad to get in for your 3rd one though, for sure.
Yes. And that really, I mean, we would have been all right if we had another runner and went 8 or 9. We'd have still been fine, but that steer is what put us up there.
So you came back high call. This is the short round, 9.10. You needed to be 9.82. And Logan, you said you were glad you didn't hear the announcer say that, but chance you did. So.
Well, I heard it, and so I knew not to throw a dumb shot, obviously. But I still didn't want to be off the barrier too far because it's short enough.
Well, that's why I didn't hear what we had to be, because we were riding in and he was in the zone, and I'm like, hey, trying to get his attention while they were saying what we had to be. And I was like, do not back off the barrier, because if you, like, I don't know how long this arena is, but it's not long enough to be safe. And especially with heifers, like if you give them a little daylight, they're going to take advantage of it. I said, just do the same exact start, because if you miss it, bounce them off the back, it's not going to be good.
Yeah. Great job, guys. What's your reaction to watching those 4?
It looked better than it felt. I felt behind on all but one of them just because they were trying, and that's where good horses pay off, though. So.
Yeah, definitely. Any other comments from you on what today was like and those 4 runs you made?
It was fun. That's about it.
The other day, I had asked him, because we've like some of the circuit rodeos have started up, and he hasn't entered anything, and I was like, did you miss books, or have you even bought your card? And he's like, yeah, just don't feel like it. I'm working on my roping. And I was like, hell yeah. And it showed that, like, he won some in the 12 the other day, and I'm proud of him because he literally has worked at it, and I know how much he likes riding broncs, and it showed how much it meant to him to rope, so I was glad it paid off.
Yeah, that's well said. I've talked before in other interviews throughout this week, knowing that the USTRC is really what created team roping as we know it today. I've mentioned that a few times, but it's cool to see the opportunity that there is. And just like you were saying, it's a lot easier on the body. And you were mentioning,
Well, he literally just, 3 years ago, probably, started roping.
Yeah. I mean,
he'd always rope,
stuff.
just kind of messing around. Yeah. And then when he came and started helping me, it's what we do every day. And I was like, hey, good roping makes good horses, and we've got to make good horses. And I kind of put a little pressure on him, and he figured it out. Yeah. Head or heel. So
it's only a couple years of taking it a little more serious, and look where you're at. That's awesome.
He'll be a 10 in a couple years.
He's calling it. You mentioned bringing your wife next year and just kind of making it a family vacation. You guys have been out to Vegas and experienced that. What can you say about earning your trip back?
We're excited. We're going to make that a yearly trip too. We've been there 2 years in a row. I've been out there I think the first time I went was in 15, and I was like, I got to come every year. And I had good luck that year, and then next to no luck till last year, me and him. So, but you still got to try. Like, there's so much money. Yeah, same here. I mean, it's a fraction of the fees, but still good money.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
we actually already qualified from the practice pin, so now we can do 2 ropings because we'll do like the 10 and the 11 or figure something out.
Yeah. Anything you guys are going to splurge on with the extra money?
Probably a horse.
Yeah, probably.
We about bought a horse last night. And
We said if it went good today, we might do it.
yeah, so I probably better get on the phone.
What's a new horse? Can you tell us anything about him?
Well, it's kind of random. We were over at Paul Leaves last night helping him break some steers in, and he got on one, and we were just putting on in the chute, and then he tied him up, and Paul had one more colt to work or something, and he's like, well, hey, jump on that roan and spin him for me. And I was like, and it dawned on me that I knew what the horse was. It's another buddy of ours' horse that he just left there to tune up and stuff, but he wanted to sell him, and I was like, I ran like 2 or 3. I'm like, this is a good horse. And then I said, Chance, run some on him. I said, we could take him over there tomorrow and let Tate have the day off. And so we thought we had him bought, and then we left probably 8 this morning, and that kid was kind of thinking maybe not. And so we're like, dang. And then we got here, and Paul called. He's like, hey, he's going to sell him. And I was like, well, we're already here. We don't have time to go back and get him. We kind of wanted him to start paying him off this week, which we'd have paid him off. And so, I don't know, we still might go get him.
Yeah, you have time now.
Yeah, he's younger than the other roan, so the other roan deserves not this.
Yeah.
My daughter, it's really her horse, and he's perfect for her. So.
Yeah, 19 years old.
And he's such a good horse. Like, he went to the snaffle bit back when he was in Reno and won money, and like, he's just good at everything. So we should retire him, but he keeps, like, me and my wife both won like $5,500 on him last weekend at the Lincoln. The Nebraska volleyball coach had a roping in Lincoln, and he had a bunch of money, and we both won money heeling on him there. So it's kind of hard to put him away.
Yeah, definitely. So. It's hard to come by those that are that good and stay that good so long. But yeah, I think you should definitely give your daughter a little tip on top of her $20 flat rate fee.
She'll be coming. She'll be asking.
Well, great job, guys. It was fun to have you up here and visit.
Thanks.
Another big congratulations to Chance Masters and Logan Allen. $44,500 is what they won for winning the number 10 World Series qualifier. Punched their ticket to Las Vegas, and the roping continues here at the USTRC Cinch National Finals of Team Roping. You can watch it all live on roping.com.
Appreciate it.